Hello students, today we are going to discuss the part 2 of Unit 15 Economic Development of Social Science 10 Standard. Now in the part 2 we will go for regarding economic activities and non-economic activities and structure of Indian economy. Now the question is, what actually is economic activities? The activities in which we can get earning, we can spend something, and maybe possible we get in exchange for something either of the commodity or of the service. So in short, the main aim of this activity is always the money or something to be generated in exchange that will be considered as the economic activities. For example, traders, farmers, teachers, doctors, etc. Even the traders are trading because they are getting something for that. On the other hand, farmers are also doing an agricultural related activity. For that, they are earning. Even the teachers who are also doing the job, and for that they are earning in the form of the salary. Even the doctors will not check us without paying any money. So something we will have to pay for the activity. That activity will be considered as the economic activity. And now, what is the non-economic activity? Non-economic activity means here the main aim is not to obtain the income. There is no any generating income or exchanging something. For example, if a doctor is going to treat any patient without charging, then definitely this activity will be considered as the non-economic activity. For example, even a mother who is nurturing her child without any expectation, so this activity is also considered as the non-economic activity. Even the social services by some of the institute will be considered as the non-economic activity. Now the question is structure of Indian economy. Our structure is divided in three sections: primary section, secondary sector, and service sector. So primary sector, secondary sector, and the service sector. Primary sector means, as we had already told you, that our people are occupied, more than 60% people are occupied in agricultural related activity. So primary sector is the agriculture and agriculture related activity such as cattle rearing, digging, mining, and raw material is its output. On the other hand, secondary sector means industries, in which we can say the production will be there. So industries involved in the production and manufacturing, everything will be considered as the secondary sector, out of which we will have finished goods from the raw material. So raw material from the primary sector, which will be processed by the secondary sector through any industries. And third sector, which is nowadays too much developed in each and every field, is considered as the service sector. In the service sector, we will get the service. For that we will have to pay something like entertainment, teaching, banking, transportation. It is also known as the support sector, because for example, if we want entertainment, definitely we will have to pay for that particular channel in the form of, and the service provider are nowadays are Dish TV, Airtel, Tata Sky, and so on, such type of the service provider. Even the channel providers, for example, Star Movies, and such type of the other G News and so on. And even regarding the teaching, you will find nowadays service sector in the form of the Byju's, Vedantu and everything. And you will also find the banking sector is also considered as the service sector. If you want to transact, even they will come to your home. Even regarding the transportation, you will find so many facilities nowadays available in the form of the even buses. Buses are also private, and government is also thinking to sell out the railway, some of the railway train to the private sector. So private sector nowadays, even for the food, Zomato, Swiggy are available in the form of the service sector. So primary sector, secondary sector and service sector. These are the three pillars of the structure of Indian economy. Now additional information I would like to give. Contribution in employment. In 1951, 71% people were employed in the primary sector. That was decreased approximately and reached 58%. Over the years, the ratio of the people engaged on the primary sector is day by day decreasing. Still, this sector gives the maximum employment, direct employment to the farmers and the laborers, and indirect employment to the food processors who are purchasing and selling all these agro products.